My name is Tavares. And Tavares is a soul group from the 1970s. They did disco and soul. Their biggest hit, they have two really big hits. It's More Than a Woman, and then Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel. Like that kind of like is the reason why I do music. Is like
Really?
I feel like I've had a soul tie with music. I come from a very athletic influence background, and I chose music. Like I wanted to be different from like what everybody else in my family was doing. I wanted to kind of go against the grain. And in third grade, I seen the clarinet, and I was like, man, I'm trying to, you know, trying to see what it's working with. I'm speaking like I love my like I love my family, and they've always supported me when it came to music. But before they, could see that it was a real thing for me and something that I was actually passionate about, they wouldn't pay too much mind to what I was doing as a young like musician starting off. Just having those like rehearsals, recitals, things like that. Like not too many people went to those, but they'll go to like little league games and things like that. So it was pretty tough. But I learned to like I kind of dealt with both. Like when I went into high school, I kind of like dropped music and got into football. But that's because I went to Rainier Beach, and Rainier Beach is just that's the culture behind Rainier Beach High School is the athletic program. So you're really not getting noticed even. So I'm going from like my family not noticing it to like, my peers in like high school not noticing like arts or music and things like that as like feasible things. It steered me in such a way where creativity was like something I was okay with. Even though like growing up, like I'm going to like my brother's little league games, and nothing was interesting to me enough, if that makes sense. My just the whole the whole outlook of like my mom naming me Tavares. I gradually like thought left brain. I'm like all about creativity. Like my mom is also a heavy influence in my life. She is the reason why like I listen to the music I listen to. She's an artist herself. She draws and she tattoos. She's a tattooist. So and she's also a seamstress. So like just being involved with like fashion and everything around me at the time, how like growing up in the early 2000s is like the culture was booming. So like having all that around me, I've always fixated on the creative side of things, and instead of like what was in my face, like going to practice every day. Now I would skip practice to go and like jam with my friends because I play the guitar and piano and like the ukulele. And we would link up. This was like young, like 11-year-old me, 12-year-old me.